morning. Welcome to Bonita Springs Big Dog Show. Today we have a very exciting opportunity. We are having the Big Dog Show exhibit here. It is being installed as we speak right now. These great, amazing dogs are here on display in downtown Bonita Springs from now until the end of May. This is brought to you by our Art and Public Places Board. Their goal is to create new and exciting activities and art and culture here in our downtown. This is also part of all of our efforts of our revitalization of Old 41.
Through them, and I lean them forward so we don't put the forks into the other dog's belly. The way they're stacked on a trailer is we stagger the feet so we can fit them tight across. When we originally came down here, we came down to Florida from Massachusetts, and there were 14 dogs on the trailer at that time. securing the bolts to mount the base plates. These base plates are what give the big dogs the stability to stand up in the wind and the environment. So we put two base plates on the dog, one on the front, one on the back. So we bolt them down and away we go.
And he is giving blood, sweat, and tears to put this exhibit in here for us today. Dale, can you tell us a little bit about what these dogs are made of, the materials you use?
Sure. It's made out of a Core 10 steel, and Core 10 is designed to oxidize or rust for about a year. It's the same material that they made the power lines that run through the Everglades, and they use this material because it has a long life, low maintenance. So the rust or oxidization that you see on the dogs are actually a patina that helps to make them have such a long life. They've been traveling now for 5 years. They've been to about 7 different states and have done 12 different shows. They're coming down from Orlando right now, and they're going to be here till about May. So,
well, that's very exciting. And actually, we have one that's actually going to be staying with us. Can you tell us a little bit about the piece that you made for the City of Bonita Springs to stay here with us?
Sure. It's a little bit different than the 20 that you're going to see in the park, so it'd be neat if you went over there and you see the one that's permanent, made for Bonita Springs, and come back here, and if you can see the subtle differences. The dogs have been evolving over the years, and the one that I made special for Bonita Springs is one of my favorites. So I'm happy that it's here, and real excited that we're doing the event as well.
And we're really excited. The piece that's staying in Bonita Springs is going to be at Depot Park, which is right by our brand new natural playground. So it's a perfect environment for kids, as well as just outside the playground is an actual dog park. So folks can come down and bring their dogs to enjoy the park, and they can be a part of the art piece that we have there as well. So that will be its permanent home, and it's actually a signed piece by Dale Rogers, 2013.
kind of unintentionally. We were short on space at one of my earlier exhibitions, so we knew we were going to have to do two that were close. So they started to kiss, and ever since then it's been the #1 photographed dog in the collection. People really like to see that. And to me, I like the shape of the two together. It has like almost a heart feeling to the setup, so something I enjoy seeing. The dogs that are over in the park are a real nice orange, and you can see this one is just starting to get that patina, but it's brand new. If you look at the front of the dog, you'll see the metal is black, and that's how it is when I first get it and start to weld it. To weld these dogs, I use a process called TIG welding, and it's a tungsten inert gas welding. Anywhere there's a corner or an edge is where the metal has been welded. I start with all flat sheet and form it to the silhouette of the dog, and that's what gives the dog its thickness. Here have been designed by artist Dale Rogers, and it is part of the Big Dog Show exhibit. Right here in downtown Bonita, we have 14 dogs on display and a 15th dog, a final dog, that will be on permanent display at Depot Park. So that's the gift to the city with this wonderful exhibit that we have in downtown. Dale is a world-renowned artist. He's also the artist of the piece that we have in the front of the Lyles Hotel, which is called Away, 12 Foot Away. And so we're very happy of his commitment to come back to the city of Bonita Springs and bring some more of his amazing art.
Dale Rogers, and the chairman of our Art and Public Places Board, Nigel Fullick. Dale, you came in today all the way from Massachusetts to be here for our spectacular ribbon cutting, and I'd just like you to share a little bit about the dog show and maybe some of the other cities that you've been able to have this national exhibit in.
Yeah, well, it's a great park to be in down here in Florida. Let's just say that right out of the gate. Bonita Springs with the palm trees has been a little different look for the Big Dog Show. It's traveled to 12 different cities in about 6 or 7 different states. So it's been on the road for 5 years, and we're happy to have it down here in Bonita Springs.
Well, here in Bonita, we had our local elementary and middle school students create actual dog tags for our show. Can you tell us some of the other unique things that some of the folks have done when the show has come to visit their hometown?
Sure, the collar is always a favorite. They've done some naming competitions where you get to name the dog. There's also been different type of sponsorships where they'll place a plaque on the dog and let people know who brought the dogs to the municipality. So it's been a great fundraising event and a lot of fun for the community as well.
And you've also brought 2 books with you tonight that display the dogs, and you're actually donating that to our sponsors, one of our presenting sponsors here, the Naples-Fort Myers Greyhound Track, and the other one you've mentioned you're donating to the city so that folks can come in and find some more information out.
Sure. Yeah, that's something I'm happy to do and honored. The sponsors that have provided the economic funding for this makes it all happen, so it's appreciated.
Nigel Fullick is the chairman of our Art and Public Places Board and was instrumental in working with our artist, Dale Rogers, to bring the show here. Why don't you tell us a little about how it feels to finally have it in place?
Well, this has definitely been a labor of love, as you know, Arlene, because you've been involved since the beginning of all this. And I think a big part of it is the relationship that we have with Dale and the fact that he was willing to work with us during a challenging time economically. But the board has really done what the city council asked us to do, which was think outside the box and be a little bit more creative. But this was great because Dale, we started the relationship with him 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago, when we purchased the away piece. And then we saw some of the other things that he was doing and initially thought we're too small to be able to do something like that, to have an exhibition that's been in cities in Massachusetts and Orlando. But Dale was willing to work with us, and here they are, 15 big dogs. And I think just the reaction of the public over the last week, the amazement, first of all, that they are such big dogs, but secondly, I think people are identifying now that Bonita Springs has that identity that we've been looking for, which is that we're art-friendly and we're community-friendly and that we're doing things for our community.
One of the things you mentioned, the City Council had kind of given the direction to the Art and Public Places Board to think out of the box. So we came up with a creative fundraising activity that's going to be happening tonight, a big drawing. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Right. Dale was, again, gracious enough. He created a 4.5-foot big dog, so it's unique, and we're going to be auctioning that off, and what we did was a raffle. So we printed 500 tickets. There is only 500 tickets, so you have a chance, 1 in 500, of winning a unique sculpture that is signed and dated by Dale, and we'll be giving that away around 6 o'clock tonight. And I think what I saw just about 10 minutes ago is that we've already sold well over 400 tickets, so I'm thrilled.
That's amazing. And we also have wonderful sponsors that have come forward, the Naples-Fort Myers Greyhound Track, and then a few other sponsors have done some in-kind service as well as some other sponsors.
Well, it's great. Center for the Arts, as always, has stepped up. Susan Bridges and her team, Trish Leonard at TLC Marketing, Costco, which was great, a nice, pleasant surprise, and they came all the way in. John Arwood Realtors, and a little company called Element Funding, which is mine. But I think that's another part, is that in a very short period of time, everybody stepped up to the plate. So the important part is those of you who are sitting at home saying, how much money did this cost me? The reality is that the community has provided the funds not only for the purchase of the piece, but also for what's going on here this evening.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, we're here to enjoy a wonderful evening here with beautiful sunny weather. Our palm trees are a nice shade for our dogs, and so we hope you come down here and join us.
You know, we'd be remiss if we didn't say the music in the background.
Yes, we have wonderful music playing in the background by one of our Art and Public Places Board members' husbands,
Bob Wysocki. And Jackie Hauserman. In fact, as a matter of fact, Jackie Hauserman is was the linchpin all this 4 years ago when she called me on a Sunday afternoon and said I needed to come and see this sculptor. And I told her that I was in Fort Lauderdale, and she told me that I needed to come anyway. And Jackie's been very passionate about what is going on to the Art and Public Places Board, and so the Away sculpture that we have, and now the Big Dog exhibition, and I think it's time for somebody else to put their head on and be creative.
Nigel, why don't you share with us, as chairman of the Art and Public Places Board, what is a public purpose of having this artwork here in our downtown?
It's a great question, Arlene. One of the things about art is not only is it pleasing for the community and visitors, but it also creates an identity for a city. And I think what you find is that people will come and they take ownership. They know that this is theirs, their art. They're a part of it, whether it's their tax dollars or something they've contributed, but they can come here and know that they're part of this. And people come from the outside, tourists, businesses. They come and look at what type of community is this. Well, obviously, Bonita Springs is a community that's art-friendly and cares about their citizens by providing exhibits like this.
We are here with our mayor, Ben Nelson, and Joy Cooper, who is a member of our Art and Public Places Board, but is also an art teacher at Bonita Springs Middle Center of the Arts. Joy, can you tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here?
Three schools, Three Oaks Elementary, Bonita Elementary, and Bonita Springs Middle Center for the Arts made dog collars for the dogs for opening day. They used their creativeness to add to the art.
And some of them actually has some names for them. This is Iris. We have Lucky, who's made out of shamrocks. We have Honey, who's made out of bees. And we have Cosmet, who's made out of planets. So we have some really unique collars here. The kids really had a great time with it. Mayor Nelson, will you tell us a little bit about what it means to have this in our downtown?
Well, first of all, I think it's great that they did this because we do have a leash law here. So I think that having collars on them and leashes is a good idea, especially artistic ones. And all our schools here in the community are great, and they do a great job here. So thank you very much for that. And the big dogs here, this is just fantastic. We've been getting comments all week long. I mean, for the last week or so since they've been put up, even before the grand opening here. People love them. I mean, it's just a great piece. It's a great exhibit here. And my wife is looking at me. Yeah. And no, I think it's just fascinating, really. I mean, and it means so many things to so many different people. And dogs are so close to everybody's heart. And I really think that for me, I mean, dogs are a symbol. They're kind of a repository of everybody's emotions and their feelings that they can't put someplace else. And so I think that this will have a great deal of meaning for a lot of different people. So, and I really want to thank the Art and Public Places for doing this, our great committee that did this, and Dale Rogers and the artists for doing this. It's a wonderful thing. It's a good day.
One of the goals of the Art and Public Places program is to provide artwork in our parks, and it's really important to us to have it here. Can you touch a little bit on what that means to our city council and to our community?
Yeah, that's really important because that's been the vision for this particular area in downtown Bonita for the last 12, 14 years now. Has been that this is to be a gathering place for all the people in Bonita Springs. It's a place that you can have these kind of events, and it's just a gathering place for people to come together. And so having these kind of art exhibits here, having Celebrate Bonita here, having all these things here, it's a reason for people to gather and commune and to share experiences. I think it's just, and this in particular, like I said, the emotional content that dogs bring to us and the symbolism here, it's just perfect for this area. And I think you're going to see more and more and more of this as the community grows. And I would encourage everybody to come down here and take advantage of this. We had people come to the cafe today. They came over and they want to know, hey, where can we take a walk at? They came across here, they walked across here, they walked through Depot Park, they walked through Island Park. It's a wonderful place to come and visit.
And it's just a really great experience to give children in our community a chance to interact with art and touch art and feel a part of it as well. So it's real important that we provide these kind of programs in our parks so they're accessible to our youth.
This dog's name is Rusty, I believe.
This is Iris. This is Iris. But we will make sure that we get some shots of Lucky and Cosmet and Honey because they're all really unique collars, and we really appreciate the children's excitement about this. I understand from their teachers that they were thrilled when this project came in, and so we really appreciate them getting involved.
And they're well trained as well. Yes. Stay.
Well, we are here with Juan Fra from the Naples-Fort Myers Greyhound Tract, who is our presenting sponsor for this evening, and we are so grateful for you to be here. Maybe you could touch a little bit on how this is important to the Naples-Fort Myers Greyhound Tract as well.
Well, it's important to the Naples-Fort Myers Greyhound Track to be a good member and part of the community, and we've always tried to be cooperative and helpful with the city and be good partners. And we think it's a natural fit, the big dogs, and we're the dog track. So we're happy to see this come here, and we're always happy to. The more things like this that happen, the better it is for the city and for everybody's business.
And it is wonderful that the dog track is basically the anchor to our downtown. They are on Bonita Beach Road, and they are the entry gateway to our downtown, our beautiful downtown Bonita. One of the great things about you and the sponsorship that's been provided today is the city is going to be able to have a permanent piece here, a permanent 8-foot dog in our park. Right now it would be currently in the Depot Park, and we would not be able to have these kind of opportunities without sponsors like the Naples-Fort Myers Greyhound Track.
Yeah, well, we appreciate the partnership, and like I say, hopefully when they see the big dog, they'll think of Dog Track and they'll come to us. So we're very happy to be a sponsor.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate all of our sponsors here this evening to make this a reality for our community.